Okay, we're gonna find equivalent positions of angles in the unit circle. Well, basically what we're trying to do is to find in each one of these marks that you can see in here in dark color, we need to find which angle is this one, which angle is this one, which angle is this one, and so on. They all have something in common, and is that the reference angle is the same. Basically, that helps us to find each one of the answers easily by either adding or subtracting to this respective marks. 180 degrees on this place and 360 degrees in here. Remember that in the unit circle, the angles, they always begin from 0 and they need to follow this direction until they reach 180 degrees in here, and they continue until they reach 360 degrees in here. If they move in the opposite direction, then basically we're moving in a negative direction. That's all we need to know. Like if we already knew this angle, for example, if this angle were 10 in here, then I know that the other angle will be 170 because the reference angle will be the same 10. Like it will be 10 degrees in here, but because this position is 180 and I'm moving backwards, then it will be 180 minus 10. That will give me 170. And if I move forward, then it will be 180 plus 10, and that will be 190 degrees. Same thing here from 360. If I move 10 degrees in a negative direction, well, basically backwards, then this position will be 350 degrees. Basically everything depends on this angle, the first one. So it's pretty easy to find these positions once you know the first angle. It's just subtracting to 180, adding to 180, or subtracting to 360. So let's try solving some exercises to see if we can apply this. Okay, so I'm gonna use the letters X, Y, and Z to call each one of these positions, and the initial position I'm gonna use letter theta to talk about it. Okay, so it's pretty simple that if I already know theta, to find X it will be 360 minus theta because I'm moving backwards. I'm subtracting because I'm moving backwards from 360. If I'm trying to find Y, it will be 180 minus theta. Okay, 180 because I will start counting from here backwards. Okay, minus theta. And if I'm trying to find Z, then it will be 180 plus theta, which is this angle. Okay, so that's how you get each one of these formulas. For X, it will be 360, which is this position, minus theta. For Y will be 180 minus theta, and for Z will be 180 plus theta. That's how you find the actual measure of each angle. Like you don't need exactly like a formula. You can easily understand it if you see the drawing. Like you're moving backwards, so you're subtracting from 180, or you're moving forward, then you will be adding from 180, or you're moving backwards from 360, so you will be subtracting to 360. So let's see. In this case, I have an angle of 60 degrees in here, so to find X, it will be 360 minus that angle. Okay, so to find the X, it will be 360 minus 60 degrees. Okay, which answer will I get in there? The answer will be 300 degrees. Okay, 360 minus 60, that will be 300 degrees. So the angle X will be 300 degrees. From where to where? From the beginning, which is 0, it will be like 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270, and 300. Okay, that will be the actual measure of angle X. Now let's try to find Y. I know that Y is behind 180, so Y should be an angle less than 180, but greater than 90 degrees because 90 is in the middle. So let's see. To find Y, I just need to subtract 180 minus theta. Theta in this case is 60 degrees. So I'm trying to find 180 minus 60 degrees. That will give me an answer of 120. Okay, 120 degrees, that will be the answer for angle Y. Now to find angle Z, I just need to add 180 plus the original angle, okay, which is theta. So 180 plus 60, okay? 180 plus 60 degrees will be 240, okay? 240 degrees, that will be the measure for angle Z. And that's it. That's what we have to do. So let's try doing another one, okay? In this case, I'm trying to find 360 minus 72. That will give me x, okay? So to find x, it will be 360 minus 72 degrees. What will be the answer for that? I just need to subtract. If I subtract 60, it will be 300. And I'm still missing 12, so it will be 298 and 288. Okay, so the answer will be 288 degrees. Okay, that will be the answer if I subtract 72 to 360. Now to find y, I need to subtract 180 minus the angle. Okay, so I'm gonna subtract 180 degrees minus 72 degrees. 180 minus 72 will be 108 degrees. That will be the answer for angle Y. Now for angle Z, I'm gonna add to 180, I'm gonna add 72, which is the original angle. So to find Z, I need to add 180 degrees plus 72. That will give me an answer of 252 degrees. That will be the answer for Z. Okay, 252 degrees. That will be the actual angle measure for Z, from 0 to 252 degrees. Now, what happens if you don't know the original angle? What you know is one of the other ones. Okay. If I don't know the original angle and I know, like for example in this case, if I know Z but I don't know the original angle, I'm gonna have to find the original angle first. Okay, like which angle of reference is this one of 210? Okay, so because I already know Z, like I could easily know, like from 180 it will be 30 degrees to get to 210, so I know it will be 30. But if I want to use the formula of Z, I could use the formula of Z. Okay, I already know Z, so instead of Z, I'm gonna put 210 degrees. Okay, and you can see that 180 is positive. If I move it to the left side of the equal, it's gonna turn negative. Okay, and that will give me the answer for theta. 210 degrees minus 180, that will give me an answer of 30 degrees. So I know that the original angle, the first angle in here, will be 30 degrees. Now once that I know that original angle, I can easily use the formulas to find x and y. Okay, so to find x will be 360 minus the angle. Okay, so it will be 360 degrees minus the angle, that is 30 degrees. And the answer will be 330 degrees. And how do I find y? It will be 180 minus the angle. So 180 minus 30 degrees. 180 minus 30 degrees, that will give me an answer of 150 degrees. Okay, so the position y will be 150 degrees. The position x is 330 degrees. Now, what happens if I don't know Z, but what I know is 315, which is in this case x. I know the position x, and I don't know the other ones. Same thing, I need to find the angle theta first. In this case, it will be the same measure in this place as in this one. So how much is missing to get to 360 degrees? That will be the answer for the angle that I'm looking for. But I can use the formula. Instead of thinking that much, I could use the formula and directly substitute. I already know x. X is 315 degrees, okay? And I'm trying to find theta. Because theta is negative, I'm going to move it to the left. And because 315 is positive, I'm going to move it to the right side of equal. Okay, so in this side I'm gonna put theta because it was negative, and the left side is gonna be positive, and 315 because it was positive. Once I move it on the other side, it will be negative. So I just need to subtract 360 minus 315. That will give me an answer of 45 degrees. That will be the angle, the first angle, the started angle, theta. Okay, angle theta will be 45 degrees. Now that I know the original angle, I can find position Y and position Z. Y will be 180 minus the angle. Okay, so 180 minus 45 degrees. That will give me an answer. If I subtract, it will give me an answer of 135 degrees. So the position Y will be 135 degrees. Now, position Z is 180 plus the angle theta. So 180 plus 45 degrees. 180 plus 45 degrees will give me an answer of 225 degrees. So that will be the position Z. That's how you find positions of different angles in the unit circle once you know that they have the same reference angle. Like if the distances are the same, it's just adding and subtracting. Okay, just adding and subtracting if they are in equivalent positions.